Expect a lot of offense in this one. Seeing the top players in the tournament break and run at about a 50% clip. Real utmost importance of holding your serve in these matches. Oh, he had a little too much angle. Had to hit a little less speed than he wanted. Decelerated on his stroke a little bit. It's an early mistake from Mieszko. Mario, he a multiple-time winner on the Eurotour. One of the players with the most titles in history. Mieszko's a 3-time champion, so both players have experience near the end of the event. One of the players with the most titles in history. Mario to come with his second break here. Both players competing regularly on the international scene. Mieszko's been in the final of a Predator Pro Billiard Series before. Yeah, just slightly undercut there. Both wired balls going directly in the pocket. A little risky with the cue ball, but he's okay. 4 balls ended up in a tough spot. Tough opener on the 2. A bit of adversity at the beginning of the set here for Mieszko, and he definitely doesn't want to go down 2-0 leading into Mario's breaks. Decent play there. Didn't want to run into the 7. Got him a little bit awkward on the 3. Doesn't have an angle 3 rails back. Just to the left of the 6. I think he'll want to stay offense here. Fortunate thing is, even if he hits the ball perfect, he's not going to be perfect on the 4, and the 6 is in a tough spot, so tricky rack here. Couldn't have done much better there. Ideally would have wanted the cue ball a little more to the right. Again, tough spot. I don't think he can cross bank the ball. He's playing into a double kiss, and that's on that shot. Look at this shot. He's going to have to come up with another one here. At least has the safe opportunity this time if he likes. Little tough to get the cue ball coming back far enough to the right off the 6. But got himself out of trouble there. Nice play. Speed's almost perfect. Might have left the right edge, but did well from that spot. Not much as far as safe here for Mario. Tough to see if he has enough of the 6 to bank it in the bottom left. If he does, I believe he'll be going at it. little thick. And this has ended up funny. Still makeable on the combo, but definitely could have ended a lot better for Mieszko here. Really trying to avoid the double break of serve. I mean, this game is big overall going forward. Going to be 2 breaks for Mario coming up. It's makeable. It's going to be a little out of control at the cue ball in the 6, but not much down at that end of the table, so likely to get a shot. No good. That's a tough roll from Mieszko there. Luckily didn't leave the 6 for Mario. See how offensive Mario's feeling here. Does have a shot at the cross side. Little tough to bring the 6 ball all the way to the short rail. It's possible though if he wants to play safe. Yeah, had to hit that one very thin. Just thin enough that he's going to leave a tough angle here for Mieszko. Could go with the offense. Every ball near a rail and kind of like right close to a rail where it's tough to get the cue ball behind anything. So I think he has to here. 9 ball will be playing a little big coming off the 3 rails. Another half mistake from Mieszko. Played it in a 2-way fashion where the cue ball was coming back behind the 7-9. Interesting opening our second game here. Ball's lighted in a tough position right from the get-go. Neither player really gaining an advantage as to this point. Mario's going to try to get the cue ball back where he is now. Oh, interesting. It's landed pretty much perfect. Only combo play is off the rail first, which is extremely tough to judge. So look for Mieszko to try to go behind the 9 here. Tough to pick a favorite in this match. I would say Mario's tends to be a little bit more consistent of the two, but when Mieszko's playing well, he's very tough to beat. Nice thin cut. Looks like the cue ball's not going to have good speed. Really too thin to be banking at the 7 here. He did go at it. Nice shot. Made that look a lot easier than it was. Unfortunate to be landing straight here. There is a rail first option if he wants to take it. Decided to go ball first. Long distance now for Mario. Looking to take a big 2-game lead early here going into his breaks. Wow, some unexpected misses here from both players. Anytime you have distance like that and the object ball is not really super close to a pocket, the ball's missable. You got to cue it perfectly. So, interesting and eventful couple racks here. And it'll be over to Mario to break in racks number 3 and 4. ...216 players started this tournament. Down to the final 4. Shevchuk waiting the final. Yeah, kind of played that with some left spin, adding a nice cut into the 7. Nice finesse shot. Wasn't able to get the 9 down though, and that's a bit of a big break early on. Big power from he. Look out on not being legal here. I don't think it is. Ref's right on top of it. 7 didn't quite come over the head string. No, so it's going to be Fortunski. First chance of the table here. Just for our viewers at home, we're playing the 3-point rule here. It's to avoid soft breaking. So combination of balls pocketed on the break and balls past the head string has to total 3. You only achieved 2 in that case. Very risky there from Fortunski, but caught both points and stuck him up behind the 5. He has the right long rail. Free ball could play into the side, but I think Mario will be trying to catch the bottom side of the 2 here, get the balls going in opposite directions. Nice play. Beautiful shot. Free ball's pretty blocked now. It's not available in the left middle. Believe it is available to the top left. Mieszko will be going 3 rails at this ball, trying to hit the bottom side of it, kick the 2 towards the 8-9, hopefully get some coverage going that way.
Time. Oh.
Yeah, that ball can really lengthen out when you don't hit it at high speed. Have to see if the 3 passes the 4 into the same pocket as the 2. So having a look at angles in the side. At first glance, I didn't believe it was available, but it could be from very small angles. He's got to get right around there. If he's anywhere to the right of there, he's taking a look at being to the right of there. Might be just enough to access the middle of the 3. Referee's going to have to be on top of this one. 4 balls pushing towards the top left. He had a look at these angles a couple times, so he does believe it's available. Might be able to throw it in with some right spin. Not even. I guess from other angles, just half an inch one way or the other, it was available. You would think he would have broke into it if he knew it wasn't. But good save nonetheless from Mario here. Fortunski's going to be looking to go 2 rails at this ball, possibly creating separation if he doesn't make it. Nice play, and that's how the kick safe element of the shot usually ends up. So a bit of moving here in these first 3 racks. Good change of pace from a lot of the offense that we've seen throughout the tournament. Both these players will have played each other numerous times on the European circuit. Both coming in at 800 plus Fargo ratings, putting them somewhere in the top 50 in the world. Tester on the pocketing here for Fortunski. Especially bridging over top of the 5. Nice play. He's looking good now to take rack number 3. Fortunski plays with a little more pace than Mario does. Still Mario not being on the slow side, but when Fortunski gets going, has a real good pace to his game. Go straight here, but he can create some angle going straight back if he needs to. Slightest angle going to the left, which will help him promote cue ball movement towards the 7. So good kick safe on the 3. Proves profitable here for Fortunski. And this will be a break of serve for Fortunski. One more break left for Mario here. Yeah, a little fortunate leaving the cue ball up there. Great kick save from Mario at the beginning of the rack. Just got tripped up on that 3-4 position. Nothing down yet. Little thin on the break there. Going to cause the corner ball to jam. One ball not down either, so Fortunski in with a chance here. Yeah, just caught that one a little thin. One ball's wedged between the 2-4, but it is available in the left middle. Nice shot. It's going to ideally want angle where the cue ball is not drawing into the 9, but even if it is, it'll play okay onto the 4. Wants to get the cue ball near where the 4 is right now. So having a look at playing it in the side might not be quite as available in the bottom right as it looks. It wasn't. How's the speed here? Good enough. Shot from Fortunski. It's going to have to stun the cue ball in between the 7-9 here, but that will play well towards the 4 in the left middle. Just straight enough to hold. Small movement to the left here. Has to consider the angle he wants on the 5, avoiding the 8, playing position towards the 6. Fortunski's a very talented player. Longer side of on the backstroke. Times the ball real well. Good soft touch. Powered out of that one nicely, getting nice and close to the 7 here. Straight back draw now for the 8. And Fortunski opening up a small advantage now. Be 2 breaks coming for him. If he's able to hold serve on both of those, that'll be a decently commanding lead going into the early stages of this match. And there it is, 3-1 lead for Fortunski. Be breaking in racks number 5 and 6. He hits the break hard too. Threat to make multiple balls. Women's event is getting underway today. Some big names in that tournament. Pia Filler, Jasmine Ocean, Ina Kaplan, Nina Hjalmerström. Women's division of the Eurotour is getting more competitive as time goes on. Years past, you would consider Jasmine a real big favorite, but about 10 players that are capable of winning the tournament now. One ball down, legal break. How's the 2 playing? Not perfect. He can combo onto the 8. Problem with that is the cue ball is going to play, or the 2 ball is going to play off to the right of the 8. Might have to do something really creative here. Hit this with speed. Try to get the cue ball, 2 ball going over to the left side of the table and bring the cue ball up. Not bad. Knew he was going to leave distance. Controlled the 2 ball well. And try to run into the 9 here. Can't really draw out of the angle enough to come back for the 3 in the side. Nice play. Hitting the proper side of the 9. Getting back down table for the 3. Thin one in the side. Still has an issue with the 5 over by the 6. Been some tough racks so far. Sometimes playing 9 ball, the rack can really open up to obvious runouts. But Fortunski's had to work for this one. And in a couple other racks of the first 4. Getting to see some full gameplay on display here.
Extension.
Ideally, he's going to want to come below the 5. The combo's a little too tough. Off angle, and 6 is far from the pocket. Little hard with the speed. Too tricky on the combo here. I think he's going to try to put him behind the 6. He's going to have to leave the 5 kind of near the bottom right. Could try to go off the other way behind the 9. A little bit tougher to execute, but in some ways a little more advisable. Yeah, he's going to switch plans here. If you're just playing a club player, going behind the 6 there is okay, but when you're playing a player of Mario's strength, don't ever want to leave a ball near a pocket. Give them a chance to kick it in. Even if Mieszko gets ball in hand here, he can't really do much with it. Of course, he could play it safe again, but there won't be anything offensive on offer. So Mario going to take a long shot at maybe tying up another ball here. Interesting play. Even though he didn't tie it up, he took away getting behind the 9 as an option on the safe here. Mieszko has an interesting play, playing the cue ball behind the 6, maybe getting at the 9, but not decided there's not quite enough room there. He's going to try to leave him in an exact spot where he doesn't have an edge here. Pretty good. If the 5 is frozen, it'll make the shot tougher overall. So Mario will have to contact another rail. Looks like it's just off. Confirming with the ref that it is just off. Wow, almost got at the 9 there. Left distance. Tough save for Fortunski here. He had it on the right track, just more speed. The 9 would have went. I think he had it in the back of his mind. Main play was distance. Just left the left edge here. Mario can go thinly off the left, cutting the 5 to the right and using the 7 as a blocker. Got to be careful you don't leave any part of the 5 here, because the 9's actually making the 5 pocketable on the side. Looks like he might have left the left edge. Still tricky to cut this ball the way up the rail. And even if he does hit the 9, he's not guaranteed to go in the pocket. He could jam on the 9. Always has to jump, so he has got him. He has got the left edge. Off the table, surprising there. Anytime a ball's near a rail, it's always a risk to kind of hop the rail with the cue ball, and that's what happened there. Typically on those shots you want to aim lower. Mieszko knew that, just kind of landed the cue ball too far away where it was bounding too much into the 5. So a lot of exchanges in these first 5 racks. Mieszko will be looking for something more offensive on his next break. See the big panda on the back of Mario's shirt there. Been a top player in the world for 10 to 15 years now. Coming up with a lot of experience, a lot of wins under his belt. Last hometown favorite left in the tournament as well. Albin Ocean failed to make the final 32 in this tournament. Max Lechner went down in the round of 32 to Sanjin Pelivanovic in a highly contested match, 11-9. I was commentating that match, and I lost track of the break-in runs, but it was somewhere close to 15 out of 20 games were break-in runs. Really crazy offensive match. Fortunski to break, looking for the 4 in the corner and the 1 in the side. Big long bridge on the break. Generate a lot of power. He's got the 4. Legal on the break. One ball's playing okay. He has to look at it. Decision time here for Fortunski. See if he wants to bank at this one. It is available in the top right. Too thin to cut at it. Safes aren't easy. He might have a go at this. Cue ball would be playing off into the 9 a little, but might be able to play in front of the 9 where he's moving back towards the 2. Yeah, tricky shot, and he's left it wide open for Mario. Well, if Mario's able to get this down, we'll be kind of back on serve. But really, the break and run hasn't been a factor yet. Standard positional play. Small choice of if he wants to play the 7 into the top or bottom right. Just having a thought at that now. It's tempting to just want to stop the cue ball where the 6 is. But always advisable to be shooting the next ball into the closest pocket, which is the same pocket as the 6. It's left angle, so I believe he's going to try to draw above it. On a play like that, you're just guarding against maybe, if you're straight in on the 7, you're pretty much never going to miss it, but you're just guarding against getting some funny angles where maybe 5% of the time you'll miss the ball into the longer pocket. But those percentages matter when you're playing world-class players. Really trying to play mistake-free throughout the whole match. Little short here, but he's able to cut it in. Caught this thick side of the pocket slightly. Nice play. And after 6 games, we're level at 3 each. Back into Mario's breaks now. Beautiful arena on hand for the players here. Playing on the new Predator Arc tables. Seem to have been received very well by all the players. Mario failed to pocket a ball on his last break, and he's going to switch sides here. Small distraction. Wanted to get that out of his mind. Reset now. Corner balls down. 1 ball down, but 2 balls past the head string. Nothing on the 1. Little unnerving on the break for Mario going forward in this match. Could be just a couple slight mishits. Must be breaking well to have got this far in the tournament. He's going to be on a push here. He's left the thinnest left edge. No, he's fully blocked, so Mieszko's going to have to make a decision here whether he feels high enough percentage to execute the kick safe. Be off the short rail, trying to stick the cue ball where the 1 is, and ideally kicking the 1 between the 8-9. Tall order, so he's giving it back. It's a common kick safe that comes up regularly, so players will know this shot. Still a question of executing. Perfectly executed. Really deserves to get the 9 ball as a blocker here. Might have left the right edge. Mieszko's looking at the pocketing angle, so it looks like he does have it. Nice shot. How's the cue ball going to play around? Into the 9, but still safe to play onto the 4 here. Five looks makeable from around where the 2 is. 3's playing in a pretty good position to get the cue ball where he needs on the 5. Just looking to leave angle here. Doesn't want to be straight. Needs an angle to move the cue ball to the right a little bit. Oh, he is straight. This is trouble here. He can choose to leave distance. But even at that point, the position from the 5 to the 6 is going to be tough. Might be able to draw into the short rail. Just gonna, no. Odd miss. Just kind of focused on the cue ball a little too much last second. So a few unexpected errors from these players in the first 6 games. Mario looking to take advantage here. It's in good line now. Might have to draw straight back, put a little power into this one. But did well to get this angle. This one's not huge power, but overall Mario does excel at these kind of power shots. Has a big stroke. Not afraid to let it out. Has a choice here if he wants to draw the cue ball back where it is or take a thinner cut angle, moving the cue ball less. Preference play here. That's the safer one. Just move the cue ball less. Stay nice and close to the object ball. Nicely done, and finding a way to hold his serve here. Looking to take a 4-3 lead. There it is, and it'll be heated break in rack number 8. believe there's only been one break and run so far in the match. A little surprising. Winner will play Wojciech Szewczak, looking for his first Eurotour title. Had a very strong performance in the first semifinal match. Played pretty much flawless. 2 missed balls. One very oddly on a ball in hand when he was way ahead in the match. But really, the first 15 games of that match, Szewczak just took advantage of every opportunity, threw in some break and runs, dominating performance. Good semifinal result for Stefan Kasper. There goes 3 balls immediately off the break. Lost the cue ball below the rack though, and he's going to get punished for it. Actually, 4 balls just immediately. Destroyed the rack, but just lost the cue ball a little bit. Tough push here. Always tough to push when the ball you're pushing around is near a pocket. He'll likely consider pushing to a jump, but even that could be too easy. Real tough spot. Players are under a 30-second shot clock. Looks like he's taking his extension here. Yeah, there's really not much else. Just leave him straight in. Or maybe leave the right edge of the 2. That's pretty... Yeah, he's going to leave a kick. It's makeable rail first, but I would put it on the lower percentage side. Looks like Fortunski's having a thought about it. Yeah, he's going to take this on.
Time. Extension.
Little thick, but good speed, where if he did miss it on the short rail side, he was going to leave it reasonably safe. Mario can take an aggressive pocketing line at the 2 here. Cue ball's playing across naturally. Just decided to back off. Doesn't want to leave the right edge of the 2 here. Cue ball will be playing pretty easy behind the 9 if he does have it. Had to draw at it, which made the shot tougher, but did well to get behind the 9. So Mario back in the same place he was 2 shots ago. No push option available this time. Low percentage try here, but not much else on offer. Great try. Created a bit of distance, but he is going to leave a shot for Mieszko. Cue ball's playing towards the 6 here. He's going to have to play a fair bit of right spin if he wants to avoid it. Yeah, the spin made him miss that one. Could have played a soft stun, but that's a very tricky hit over that distance as well. So just left him kind of funny there running into the 6. Forced an error. Two's available to the top right. Think he can slow the cue ball down with draw. So he might be looking safe. Well, that was pretty defensive in my opinion. Might have been a heavier cut angle than it appeared on screen. Mario's not afraid to play offense. Gonna look to put him back behind the 9 again, but he has to swerve at it. And the spin he has to play on the ball is going to kind of take him away from the 9. Still possible. Yeah. Left spin just straightened out the angle too much. So advantage he here. Again, going to try to get the cue ball behind the 9. Nicely done. Looks like there could be a window to the short rail kick. Oh, he had the pocketing angle. Look at this. Is the cue ball going to get behind the 9? What a roll that is. Ugh. Tough shot there. No way you can plan for how the cue ball is going to exactly end up. Nice kick. Gave himself a chance here, and is the 8 going to come into play? It is. So a roll back for Fortunski. Smart play there to go with that with a lot of speed. Any kind of lower speed hit was going to leave the cue ball and the 3 on the same end of the table. Kind of trusted to luck on that one, but got rewarded. Good attempt from Mario. That's going to be advantage for Fortunski here. Looking to level his score at 4. It's a little straight. So might have to take more angle than desired on the 6. It is manageable. Looks like he has the slightest angle going to the right. Nice play. Going to be Fortunski to break in racks number 8 or 9 and 10. I feel like Mieszko's been hitting the break a little better than Mario. Mario just kind of going for big power, not taking as much care with the cue ball. Mieszko seems to be hitting them with power and finesse, controlling the cue ball a little better. But again, break-in runs have been at a premium here in these first 8 racks, so interesting match going on. Fortunski looking to join his Polish teammate in the final. Crush the rack, 2 balls down immediately. 2 balls that he's going for. It's going to be led into a combo at best here on the 6. Decision time, it is makeable. Two balls very controllable.
Time.
He's decided to back off. A lot of safe play in this match so far. Nothing much to hide behind up table. The 8 is there, but you'd have to draw the cue ball behind the 8. Extremely tough shot. Might be looking to bring the cue ball back in the same area that it is now. Little thick on the contact, and this isn't going to turn out well. Luckily, the 2's only playing into the block pocket by the 6. Could back cut the 2 into the top right. It's a tough shot.
Extension.
One of these scenarios, though, where the safe is almost as tough as the pocketing. He'd like to get the cue ball behind the 8, but he can't get it moving to the right enough with follow. Might try to come up with something creative here on the safe side. Hasn't really looked at the pocketing on the 2, and I don't blame him. It's a tough shot. Look at this. Thin cut in the side. Perfect with the cue ball. What a shot from Fortunski. Didn't even cross my mind to cut the ball that thinly. Reason why he took that shot over the shot in the corner, though, is because he had a good chance to get good position if he hit it well. Seven's in a bit of a tough spot, but it is available into the bottom right. Well, he's landed a little straight here, and that's bad news heading towards the 8. He needs to get back. Can't be along the right long rail. He's really on the worst angle possible here. Gonna try to figure something out, but it's not easy. Look at how much power he had to play into that. And 2 big shots now from Fortunski in this rack. Coming with the big stroke shots. A little light on the cue ball here. One more shot to get through. If he does, this will be a great effort. No. Have to. No matter how many shots, good shots you play during the course of the rack, the 9 ball's got to go down. And that's just one of those misses that happens too. You know, he never expected to be on that thin of a cut angle on the 9. Just had to kind of regroup mentally. Wasn't quite able to do it. Didn't leave it easy for Mario here. Kind of favored the overcut side on that one. But he did leave Fortunski a chance for redemption here. He's got it. Nice shot. Little risky with the cue ball going up to the top left, and he's looking on anxiously, but he's okay. So that's a nice let off for Fortunski there. Mario won't be too upset, but he did have a 9 that he could make. Really, Fortunski getting a small roll after missing the 9, leaving Mario so tough. Look at the shots played in this rack. Nice thin cut on the 9 to finish it off for Fortunski. Well, he has one more break here. Looking to extend his lead by 2. Corner ball and 1 ball down. How's the 3 gonna play? Pretty tough. I mean, judging by the offensive shots that Fortunski came with in the last rack, he'll have a thought about cutting this ball in. Oh, pardon me, the 3's down too. I thought the 3 was the 7. So he's on the 4. Cut the 4 thinly to the left.
Time. Extension.
Safe I really see is cutting the 4 to the left and trying to use the 5 as a blocker, but just getting enough information out of this shot. Could play the 4 up table a little more. Out into the middle and still trying to use the 5. That's a good shot. Big thing here is you always want to block off the closest long rail, and he has. If he didn't, it would have been a reasonable kick save for Mario. Still can jump at this with draw. Trying to hit the right side of the 4. Create some distance. Nicely played. 7 gonna get in between. Definitely doesn't have the full ball. Might have the right edge to where he can actually pocket the 4. Gonna create natural distance here too. Slightly undercut. Had to swerve at the angle a little bit. Didn't quite have the pocketing angle. Tried a small swerve. Just overdid it slightly. If the 4 is on the rail here, it'll help Mario a lot. Nice try. Not going to have the pocketing angle here. Playing off the left side of the 4 is kind of leading into the bottom right pocket, but he can draw out of it. Caught the double kiss, but it's going to work out. Really refreshing to see some overall gameplay. 2 world-class players like this. If they get shots on the first ball after the break, it can start becoming really offensive, and it's kind of foregone conclusions on the runouts, but we've seen a lot of tactical play. Jumps. Full game on display here. Just missed it. So chance for a 2-game lead now for Fortunski. It'll be back into He's break for the next 2. But still, he's got a bit of a problem coming to the 5 here. So the rack's not over yet. Play a big power draw. But yeah, the goal for Mieszko now that he has a 2-game lead, will be just to break one of Mario's breaks. Kind of maintain that 2-game lead, pushing towards the final goal of 11. Like to see these players with a longer backstroke, just kind of letting it go. A lot of the new school players getting real tight with their fundamentals, getting real short on the backstroke. But when you get this longer backstroke going, it's very powerful. You can hit the cue ball real sweet, get good cue ball control. You can see getting through that rack with ease there.
Alrighty, Eric, this is George.
Hey, good to be with you.
My computer went completely out. We've been just fighting it. We're finally in. So sorry, everyone. Talk about technical difficulties. Everything went out. I had to change computers, change back, restart. And here we are, 6-4 Fortunski. Gosh, I had everything. One of the few times I have all this time to prepare. I had it all prepared and everything went blank.
That's okay. It's good to have you with us. It's been a lot of tactical play so far. Really only one break and run out of 10 games, believe it or not.
Well, these guys are so close. They're so close in Fargo. They're so close in rankings. They're just so close in age. They're so close in everything.
Yep.
I'm not sure what you've told the fans yet, but Fortunski is undefeated so far. He's only played 6 matches compared to 8 for Mario, and so I guess he leads by two games here in this race to 11. That's staying out. Mario looks a little unhappy. Has he been having a hard time of it?
Not really. It's just nothing's really flowing for either player. Not in a negative way, like they're playing bad or anything. Just the balls have lied funny in a lot of racks, so it's been a bit of a grind. I think, just again not getting a shot on the first ball there. Wow, how do you hang that up? About as deep in the pocket as it can ever be there. And that was a chance for Fortunski to get a 3-game lead. But yeah, it's just been kind of a nip and tuck match. Look how deep that ball's hanging, George. I saw Mario change his break on that last one. He's been kind of going with a lot of power, just kind of splashing the rack. Went off into about 40% speed on that last one. It was just a reaction to, trying a different break, still making a ball but not getting on the first ball. Watch out with being on the rail here. He's off just enough that he can hold straight enough for the 5 now. Has good angle to move back into the middle off the left long rail here. Slightly too much angle, but close enough to it. Judge the cut angle on the 6 well. Playing above the side here with a bit of left spin. So getting a break back. Or pardon me, winning his first break of 2 here. Oh, surprising miss. You know, it has to be said, and just, you know, he's been on pretty even keel the whole match. I get it, everyone misses. But sometimes when things go a little sideways for Mario, he can tend to get a little emotional. And yeah, he's just going to calm himself here because he's stuck 3 games now. And we'll be back with the conclusion of this semifinal.
Hello, Jimmy. Testing 1 2 3 4 1 2. And having more technical difficulties, and luckily there's a break here. I cannot hear Eric.
Yeah, sorry, we're just on a break there, George. I'm back now.
There we go.
You're back?
Yeah, I'm back. I think I'm back. I think we got it taken care of. Hopefully, this has really been learning experience for me. I went through 2 computers to get back in. Luckily, I have to. So back to it. Do the fans know of their opponents' records? They've played this tournament so far?
I mentioned it, but yeah, it's
Okay.
worth recapping. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Well, Mishko, since he's leading, I'll go with him first. He's leading 7-4 in a race to 11. His opening match was against Marek Kosh from Slovenia. He won that 9-3, then defeated Dominik Regeli from Poland and defeated him 9-6. And in the winner's qualification, he defeated Michael Oregard from Norway 9-5. Last 32, Niklas Dor from Germany 11-3. Last 16, Alvaro Cananiga from Spain 11-6. And in the quarterfinals, defeated Ugur Tukru from Germany 11-5. Tukru took out fillers, and he must be playing very well. Mario, on the other hand, went through and he's played 8 matches so far, and he defeats Poland's Herb 9-4, Jorge Tinoco from Portugal 9-3, Walter Leike from Sweden 9-3. He lost to Sanjin Belovanovic 9-5, and then came back and defeated Julian Schreck from Germany 9-1, Hubert Lapotko from Poland 11-7, Aleska Pecelli 11-9, and the Kaiser, Ralph Souquet from Germany, 11-5. So that'll bring you up to date with those guys.
Yeah, good result from Ralph, still hanging in there, making to the quarterfinals.
Exactly. So he makes the quarterfinal at his. He's such a solid player. He's just such a great player.
He's still a threat. I mean,
yes.
If I were to venture a guess, I would say he's won the most Eurotours out of any European player. Still hanging around. Felix Vogel also made it to the quarterfinals. Promising result for the young player from Germany. Five Germans were in the final 8. A lot of Germans competed in the tournament. Around 60 of the 216 originally entered. Mario to break now. Second of his 2 breaks. Really needs this one. Coming back into 2 breaks for Fortunski. Cue ball almost goes in the side, but he's okay. And he's on the 2. A little straight. Might be a little tough to develop some angle going to the left. Only needs a bit because he does want angle on the 3 coming back towards the 4. Likely just cheat the right side of the pocket. Try to get to the slightly to the left of the side here with the cue ball. Look out. Well, Mario's got to be careful here, you know. He's kind of on a downward emotional trend. Still got a shot to kick this in. Missed the whole ball, though. And, you know, rightfully so. Things have gone a little off in the last few games for Mario, but really has to regroup here. And quickly. Fortunski getting close to the finish line now. Nice play, avoiding the 6 coming up table. Looking good here in the last 6 balls. Bit of movement from the 7 to the 8, but he'll be on an open table by then. Moves the 8 in a bit more of an accessible position, making things even easier for the rest of the run out. Things looking good for Fortunski in this match. Looking for his 4th Eurotour title. Winner of this match will play Wojciech Szewczak, looking for his 1st Eurotour title. Szewczak has a world championship under his belt, but not a Eurotour. Shows how hard it is to win these high entry events. Look out. Just got into the thick side of the pocket there. Fortunski now with all chances to open up a 4-game lead coming into his breaks. Nicely played. 3 away from the win now. Putting some distance between him and Mario. Like I said, I've seen this before from Mario. When things don't go his way, kind of tends to take it a little tough on himself. But really only one or two mistakes and he's right back in the match. Next 2 breaks coming up for Fortunski are big. Even if he can split the next 2 games, he's in a good spot overall. One ball down, 2 ball down, and the 6. 3 balls, but the 4 is going to block the 3. Decision time for Fortunski here. Definitely tempting on trying to kick the 3 in. Just a little further out from the rail than ideal. I think it's worth the offensive chance here. Especially pushing against a player like Mario. Can defend himself so well. I mean, these shots look easy, but they have to be judged so perfectly. Anybody that's played the game knows whenever you're kicking at a ball to make it, it takes a lot of proper judgment. And he missed the whole ball, misjudged it for sure. Over deflected the cue ball a little bit with the running spin maybe. Really surprising that he missed the whole ball. But yeah, it's just kind of the way the match has gone. Neither player really getting much off the break. Neither player really able to get in a big flow. And now Fortunski feeling a bit of emotion in the chair. Still has to remain positive here. Worst case if Mario gets through these balls. He's still up 8-5 and breaking. But it's understandable if the 4 ball doesn't come in between the 3 and the cue ball there. He's a big favorite to run out. Now finding himself on the opposite end of things. Choice of 1 or 2 rails back to the 9. So now a big game coming up for Fortunski. If he's not able to get it, Mario will have the chance to hold both his breaks and level the score at 8-all. If he does, he'll open up a 4-game lead going into the latter stages of the match. So big game coming up here. Yeah, it had to be struck thinly, so it is understandable that he would miss it on the thin side like that. Been hitting the break well, just needs to produce the same break that he has been. Two balls down. How's the 2 ball gonna play? Possibly over the side. It's there. So a chance for Fortunski. It's a thin one, and it is missable, really. Playing on tighter pockets here. Is it too thin? Doesn't have positive body language, so yeah, it is a little sharper than I first thought. Another negative of the thinness is that the cue ball will be playing across table too much, so I think he is going to play safe here. Nicely played. Mario's looking down to see if he has the left edge of the 2. If he does, he can cut it to the left a little. Trying to involve the 4-7, but looks like he doesn't. He's got to straighten this ball out. He's cueing high here. I'd be worried about going long of the 2. He does. Wow. So good save from Fortunski, and he's got the offensive advantage now. Rack's looking good. Everything out in the open. Surprised Mario didn't recognize to hit that shot with a little more speed. Once I saw him cueing high at that, I was almost sure he was going to go long of it. Might have been trying to play some left spin to straighten it out, but even in that case, if he didn't make it, the two in the cue ball were going to end up kind of near each other. Would have favored speed there. A little straight here for Fortunski. Can create some shots going straight back, either to the side or to the corner. Good speed control there. Ideal position moving towards the 8 now. And it'll be back on Mario, likely being stuck 4 games. Really needs to find a break and a shot on the first ball. Short again from Mieszko. And he's missable here. This is a little easier than the previous 9 he missed around game number 7. Got to steady his nerve. Pressure's mounting near the end of the tournament. Nice shot. 9-5 now for Fortunski. Just a little upset with himself that he didn't get a little better on the 9. But he's got to be happy in his overall standing in the match right now. Yeah, I mean, he got as close to the side as he could there, and still at that point looked like the angle was playing long, and it did. Really needed to stun that cue ball a little more. But good save from Fortunski. Here comes he, rack number 15. One ball down. Is it going to be legal? I don't think so. Fortunski coming back to the table now. Yeah, Mario just hasn't been able to figure out the break in this match. Not making a ball twice. First illegal break of the match here, but really just not able to keep control offensively. Tough spot for Fortunski. Decided to back off. Didn't like the position towards the 3. 3 ball's going to play an overall big factor in this rack. Not available into any of the most obvious pockets. Really no pocket. If you got perfect on it, maybe you could play it in the side. But both players likely going to battle on the 2 here. And likely play safe off the 3. Yeah, short on pace. And the angle he's left Mieszko here, he can go into the 3 or the 7. Ideally, he'd want to hit the 7 and shoot the 3 in the top left, but if he does go right at the 7, he could miss the 7 altogether, and that'd be a negative result. So see how he plays this. Going at the 3, caught the point. Bank looks on, but it's into a double kiss. There's going to be another save here from Mieszko. Creative play there, trying to get the 3 behind the 4-7. Didn't quite get there. Nothing easy on safe for Mario here. Could cut the 3 into the 5 and try to bring the cue ball back near the 8. Went for the super thin attack. Fluke the 6 in. Does he have the pocketing angle on the 3 here? Can't tell by his body language yet. If not, he can bank the 3 around 4 rails and stick the cue ball behind the 4-7. He's done well with that. Far enough from the 4 that Fortunski will be able to jump if he chooses. But the 3 ending up so close to the rail. I believe he'll have a shot at the kick here. If he happens to make it, the position's built in. Always tough to judge these when the object ball's so far away from the rail you're kicking at. Wow, the table's playing a little long. It's happened to Fortunski a couple times, giving up ball in hand, not even hitting the ball. So, small reprieve here for Mario, and he'll have another break coming up. Nice angle on the 5 to just shoot the 7 in the long pocket. Going to be just at the completion of game number 15 here, and we've only had 2 or 3 break-in runs. Totally atypical of a lot of play that's happened throughout the tournament. Mario struggling overall on the execution on the break. Mieszko not getting shots a lot of the time. Confidently struck on the 9. He's tried about 3 different breaks, both sides of the table, different speeds. Almost looks like that look on his face there. He's thinking about which one am I going to try now. He's flirted with the soft one a couple times in the last 3 breaks. One time it ended up being illegal. I mean, not real soft, but just not full power. So I think at this stage of the match, you got to kind of ramp up the speed a little bit. Make sure you get legal. Going to choose the right side of the table here. Went with the softer one again. 7 ball gonna save him? No. And nothing down again. Really odd results for Mario on the break in this match. 4 ball just missing, 1 ball not missing by much. But compared to Mieszko, who's just burying the break, making 2-3 immediately, it's been a big difference in this match. Mieszko's on a good opener here. He's in good line. Wants to get nice and close to the 4, so he has options with the 5. Slightly too much angle here. Might have to go 2 rails across. There is room to play between the 4-5, 2 rails across. Oh, the left spin didn't catch off the rail, and he's going to be in a bad spot here. So not over yet. This was a big game for Mieszko to get on the hill and have 2 breaks coming back at Mario. The balls are frozen, so he's able to kind of push through the angle. It's an obscure rule where no fouls in play when the balls are frozen together like this. He'd want to hit the 4 thin enough going up table here, but I feel like the cue ball is kind of playing into the corner pocket if he goes that way. He knows that, so he's going to try something a little more difficult going the other way. Didn't want the double kiss. How's the 9 in the side? No. Wow, that's a big error from Fortunski there. Just getting too much angle on the 3. Thought he could hold between the 5-7 with some left spin, but the new cloth just caught a little too much slide on the position. Yeah, and he should be disappointed there. He's going to have 2 breaks coming back at Mario here. And even if he splits the next 2 games, he still will have 1 break at 10 each, assuming Mario would win his next 2 after that. But he definitely doesn't want to be in that spot, playing a hill game after being up 9-5 and 8-4. Yeah, this was a big game here. We have a match now. Big stroke shot there from Mario. Inch perfect on the position and deserved applause from the crowd. He is the last Austrian in the tournament, so he does have some home crowd support here. Yeah. I mean, Fortunski knew that. He might have caught it a little bit thin, so the cue ball might have gone through the angle a little more. But just thought he could straighten the ball out enough with only left spin. Just got going forward through the angle a little too much. A little unlucky to end up right on the 4 like he did. He's going to have to put those thoughts out of his mind here. Big game coming. Corner ball and 1 ball down immediately. And he's got position on the 2. Picture perfect break. Everything out in the open. That's the one he's looking for and looking to take a power position in this match now. If he gets to the hill first here, He'll be guaranteed 2 breaks at the title at the being in the final. Staying in line nicely. Not much cue ball movement from 5 to 6. It's been an up and down match. Fortunski's made a couple inopportune mistakes, but he's made some great shots along the way too. Really, Mario just hasn't got anything good going off the break. It's been his biggest flaw. A couple mistakes from him too. Short again. So another missable 9, very similar to the 9 he had in the previous rack that he won. Got it. On the hill. 10-7 now. Back over to Mario for the next 2 breaks, but he's in danger here. Mieszko will be looking to close it out as soon as possible. Just kind of the way matches flow sometimes. I like the way Fortunski's hitting the break. He just hasn't had a lot of shots, but compared to the level that Shevchuk showed in the other semifinal, he'll have to step it up or hope he gets more shots on the break if he is to win this match and go on to win the tournament. Same goes for Mario. I thought it was back to Mario to break here, but Mieszko has one more, so chance for the win here. And he's got a shot on the 1. All chances now for Mieszko to advance into the final. Bit of cue ball movement from 3 to 5, but the rack's looking pretty good. What an unexpected miss there. Elevated over the 7. Give him that, but 1's pretty much right over the pocket. Very unexpected. And now, if Mario's able to make this combo, we'll be leading back into his 2 breaks. What an unexpected miss that was. It's got the proper angle to draw straight back here. Good stroke. Has the option to come to the left of the 9 or inside 2 rails. Cue ball's playing a little more naturally 2 rails forward. He's going to draw out, just make sure maybe. Yeah, he was okay on the following angle there. So looking to bring the scoreline to 10-8. And again, back into 2 breaks for Mario here. It's got slightly too much angle moving to the left. Might choose to punch across. Nice play. Anytime you're playing a ball with that much speed, it has to be targeted perfectly in the pocket. Straight in on the 9. We'll see if Mario's able to punish that mistake from Jesko here. It was a big one. Really all chances to get over the finish line. And that can play on your mind a little bit too when you've actually had a chance to win the match and you don't get through the rack. See what the break has in store for Mario here. Really deserves a roll or two. The thing that worries me a little bit is the speed he's been hitting it at for the last couple breaks. Kind of risking being legal. Might choose the power up here. He did. That's the one he wants, and the 2 balls straight in. Cue ball's going the wrong way, but at least he has a shot this time. He's so straight, it's kind of tough to create angle going back around the rails. Thinking about coming in between around the 6 and ideally missing the 4 or 6. There's not much else. You can't really stun to the short rail. It's too much speed. Got to kind of manufacture something going around the 3 rails here. And he knows the 4-6 are big into play off the second rail. See what he can come up with. Might be thinking about stunning it now. It's too much speed. I think he just has to gamble on the result going towards the 4-6. Yeah, he didn't even bother. Got down to the end of his shot clock. I mean, reality was he was likely going to crash into the 4-6, and he wasn't going to get good enough on the 3 anyways. So, just backed off there. Too aggressive on the pocketing here. Cue ball be running into the 5. Tried it. Favored the overcut side, and the 2-way element came into play here. It's actually got Fortunski in a tough spot. Took away both long rails. Checking to see if you can see the thinnest of edges on the left side. If you can't see the left edge here, he's in trouble. Can't really swerve the cue ball enough. Attacking the right side of the 3. Gonna have to swerve it too late. Nice shot. Yeah, it's about all he had. Was just hoping, even if he did contact the 5, that he'd get the cue ball still going up table, but he didn't. So a chance for he here. Good opening shot, and he should be fairly in line for the rest of the rack. Just a slight bit thin on the angle here, but he can cue it low and kill the speed of the cue ball. Wow. Another unexpected miss from Mario. Just decided he didn't want to kind of finesse the ball there and try to hold it one rail. I liked it. You know, he would have been able to hit the ball at a slower speed. And even if he did hit where he did on the pocketing on the 4 at that slower speed, the pocket probably would have took it. But he's got a small roll here where he's left Fortunski on a swerve. Past that part of the test. Decision time now for Mieszko. This is a tough bank. Anytime the cue ball's this far from the object ball and the object ball's far from the rail, the bank's a lot tougher than it seems. He can go behind the 8 if he wants to play safe. Went at it, but forgot to take care of the cue ball. Bit of a give-up stroke there from Fortunski. Is the 6 going to go in the corner? No way. What a roll at the end of the match here. He's still a little straight on the 7. Massive roll. Just took a flyer at that one, and does have angle going to the left off the 7, so he's going to be able to get on the 8 here. Big developments in the semifinals here of the Austrian Open. Wow, he didn't have enough going to the left. Drama is evolving here. He's got it. It's in. What a shot from Fortunski. And this 9-ball to make it to the final of the Eurotour Austrian Open. What a rack number 19 we've had here. What a match overall. 9 still missable here. He's thin of a scratch, so he can play it with straight high. And he's got it. What a match. Both players smiling at the result in rack number 19 there, but good effort from Fortunski. Hung in when he needed to, and he'll be on to the final. Going to have the men's final today for you later on. Still one more day of play left for the women. Great stuff here at the Austrian Open. Fortunski happy to get through that match. This has been Eric Horlifson. Pleased to be with you guys, and we'll see you back for the final.